Hi everybody, I'm talking to KK Diaz, he's just published book number 5 in a series of A Game. Thank you for doing this, and thank you for sharing the information. The other clips are great and you should check them out, but right now I want to ask you, so many questions. We talked about just beginning with something. So many people doubt whether they have a book in them or doubt to start, and you've given us great advice about self-publishing and getting started. I want to ask you about what is it that people can do if they just have this fear of starting? How do you think one can get over it? Because a lot of writers tell me that, right?
Yeah. So this is something that applies to so many different facets of our life, right? The reason why we feel fear and we don't move forward is because we lack confidence. And we lack confidence because we don't have enough information. It's that simple.
Okay.
Right?
It's that simple. Get the information right.
Get the information you need. The reason why you're not moving forward is because there's potentially a gap missing somewhere around call it the elementary or the basic information you need. But also on the flip side of the coin is you'll never have all the information you need to completely get rid of the fear. You have to feel the fear and do it anyway, and that's what courage is about. So you have to develop courage. Start sharing with the few people around you before, but that's what's going to make you, I guess, a starter. Is you got to do it.
Excellent advice. I spoke recently to a vlogger who said, you know what, I just vlog every single day and I put something out there and I don't care that it's bad. One day when I'm good, people will look back who started the journey and said, geez, you sucked in the beginning, but now you're so good, you know? So it's kind of a journey that you take people on.
100%, and I think it's part of what I do to show people also is, look,
you're growing.
You go back to the archives and you see the stuff I've done. I mean, it's terrible, right?
I don't think so. I mean, I would say you're a prolific writer and a creator of content. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. You write blogs, you do podcasts, you generate all the time, and you coach. So obviously there's a lot of material. And I notice when I go through your book that it's almost as if the information is sort of bite-sized to take in. Do you want to comment on that, on how you create it like that?
It's and thanks for that. It's been a process that I've been refining over a long time. Book number 4 and 5 are literally an advanced level for me in terms of what you just said. They're more bite-sized.
Great.
You know, I love reading books that are 40,000 words. Because I can do it in a week, maybe just over a week. But I realize that I can't always be writing books for myself or for people like me. There are other people who just want that vertical little piece. And so that's what I've done with book 4 and 5. 6, 7, and 8, before the next final book comes out, or at least the leadership, there'll be more little books. Okay. And I've literally wrote these books some time ago without realizing they were books.
Great.
Because they were in content form, they are in workshop format. I just need to convert them into books.
Awesome. And also, I mean, would you say the audience in that space of online and digital publishing probably consume things a little bit faster or in shorter bites, isn't it?
Yes. They do, but I sort of want to fall into the trap of simply writing for those people, because the line of work that I'm in and the type of people I want to work with are the people who must take time to read. Right? They must be willing to depth. Yes. Right? Yeah. I want them to feed off all the other stuff, and now when they come back, when you come back and you're like, hey, but I've been reading all of this stuff, but still, if I want to do this, what do I do? I want you to turn into an A-Game business book at that point. To say, okay, now I've read all the bits and pieces, now give me some depth. Those are the people that I write for. In as much as the books are getting shorter and shorter, there's still a lot of depth in them.
A lot of impact as well.
Yes.
Yeah. And that really comes back to what we were talking about. There's the first clip that you may want to watch, just in terms of having a grand plan and knowing how everything fits in as information is really important for an author.
It's important. However, I think I'm realizing, I may be wrong, but I'm realizing that it depends on the personality you have and just the type of, I guess, strategist you are in yourself, right? I'm a long-term vision person, right? I can see things 10 years in terms of what I would like to do and how things will evolve over time. At least I make those assumptions. But some people are more detailed orientated and they're more short-term, right? So it may be personality based or trait based that I'm able to see how things fall into place, because I can connect dots over a long period of time, or looking back and seeing how things connect. I can do that. And I've seen how certain people can do that, but certain people can't.
Sure.
Doesn't mean they're less. They are
It's a
great
different
at
type of
other
audience.
things. That's it.
And the truth is, there's really an audience for any kind of author, isn't it? You have to identify your audience. Similar
It's so
to,
important.
we talked about business in another clip. Also, you should watch out for that first clip. But we talked about business, and that's also the part that struck me. That it is so much like business that if you know why you're writing it and who the target audience is, you have a better chance at connecting with them, and because of that, you will achieve what you want to set out with your book to achieve.
100%. And that's one of the areas that I think are undermined and under paid attention to, so to speak, right? And if you can't provide compelling value to your customers are not going to buy.
Exactly,
because
like writing.
You know, there's so many of us competing for the same hearts and the same wallets that you gotta be worth something. And if you don't put in time, you don't put in the effort to develop content that's worth something based on a particular persona or particular market profile, you know,
it's not going to land. That makes sense.
But it's a process over time. You just need to be conscious of that as well.
Fantastic.
The last thing I want to say, though, to everyone is one of the things that really have helped me to get where I am and be able to get the stuff out is what Seth Godin said. He says, just ship it.
Just ship it.
Ship it, get it out. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's about getting it out there. That's what's going to help you to get the next one better and better and better.
Excellent. That's the message for the day. Thank you very much for watching.
Cheers.